Hello, and welcome to the Royal English Podcast. My name is Anna, and today we are starting a brand new series on a topic that many people find challenging but incredibly valuable: public speaking. Have you ever felt nervous when speaking in front of a group? Forgotten what to say in the middle of a presentation? Worried about making mistakes and looking unprofessional? If your answer is yes, you are not alone. Fear of public speaking is one of the most common fears in the world. But here's the good news. Public speaking is a skill, not a talent. Anyone can learn, practice, and improve. With the right techniques, you can speak confidently, engage your audience, and deliver powerful messages. In this series, we will cover everything you need to know, including how to build confidence in public speaking, how to structure a speech effectively, how to use body language and eye contact to connect with your audience, how to control your voice for better impact, how to handle stage fright and nervousness. So if you've ever wanted to improve your speaking skills, stay with me. Let's begin. 1. Why public speaking matters. Some people think, I don't need to learn public speaking. I don't give speeches. But the truth is, public speaking is not just for politicians, CEOs, or teachers. It is for everyone. Every day, you use public speaking skills when you present an idea at work or school, speak up in a meeting, explain something to a group of people, give a toast at a wedding or event, convince someone to agree with you, if you want to, advance in your career, gain respect and authority, express your ideas clearly, motivate and inspire people. Then public speaking is a skill you need to master. 2. The biggest myths about public speaking. Before we dive into techniques, let's talk about some common myths that stop people from improving. Myth number 1. Great speakers are born, not made. Many people believe that some people are naturally good at speaking, but the truth is, every great speaker started as a beginner. Public speaking is a learnable skill, just like riding a bike or learning a new language. Myth number 2. I have to be perfect. Some people are afraid to speak because they don't want to make mistakes, but even professional speakers make mistakes. The key is to stay calm, recover smoothly, and keep going. Myth number 3. If I feel nervous, I will fail. Almost everyone feels nervous before speaking, even experienced speakers. The secret is not eliminating nervousness, but managing it. Later in this series, we'll talk about how to control stage fright. Now that we've cleared up these myths, let's start with the most important foundation of public speaking: confidence. 3. How to build confidence in public speaking. Confidence is the key to great public speaking. But here's the truth. You don't wait for confidence. You build it. Confidence comes from preparation, practice, and experience. Here are 3 powerful ways to build confidence in public speaking. A. Know your topic. Preparation. is power. The more you know about your topic, the more confident you feel. Before any speech or presentation, ask yourself, what are the key points I want to share? What questions might the audience ask? How can I make this topic interesting? When you know your material well, you feel more in control. B. Practice, practice, practice. No one becomes a great speaker overnight. The best way to gain confidence is to practice regularly. Here's how. Practice in front of a mirror. Focus on your expressions and gestures. Record yourself. Listen to your voice and improve your delivery. Practice with friends. Get comfortable speaking to real people. C. Start small and build up. You don't have to give a big speech right away. Start with small speaking opportunities, like speaking up in meetings, leading a group discussion, practicing storytelling with friends. Every time you speak in public, you build confidence for bigger challenges. 4. A simple exercise to boost your confidence. I want to give you a quick exercise that you can do today. It's called power posing. Studies show that your body language affects your confidence. Try this before your next speech. Stand tall with your shoulders back. Place your hands on your hips or stretch your arms up. Take deep breaths and smile. Doing this for just 2 minutes can reduce stress and make you feel more powerful. We're going to focus on something just as important: how to structure a great speech, how to capture your audience's attention from the beginning, how to organize your ideas clearly so people remember them. Because let's be honest, many people feel nervous about speaking, not because they don't know what to say, but because they don't know how to organize their ideas. A well-structured speech is easier to deliver and more effective for the audience. Whether you're giving a presentation at work, a toast at a wedding, or a TED Talk, structure matters. So today, I'll give you a simple speech structure that you can use for any type of presentation. If you're ready, let's begin. 1. The basic structure of a speech. A great speech has 3 main parts. The introduction grabs attention and introduces the topic. The body. The main content, organized into key points. The conclusion summarizes the message and leaves a strong impression. This structure is simple, but it's powerful. Let's break down each part in detail. 2. How to create a powerful introduction. Your introduction is the most important part of your speech. Why? Because in the first 30 seconds, your audience decides, do I want to listen? Is this topic interesting? Can I trust this speaker? If you don't grab their attention right away, they might stop listening. So how do you create a strong introduction? Here are 3 powerful ways to start a speech. A. Start with a question. Asking a question makes people think and feel involved. Example: have you ever felt nervous before speaking in public? People will immediately connect with your topic. B. Start with a story. People love stories. Example: let me tell you about the first time I had to give a speech. My hands were shaking, my voice was weak, and I wanted to disappear. A story makes your speech personal and engaging. C. Start with a surprising fact or statistic. A surprising fact gets people's attention. Example: did you know that 75% of people fear public speaking more than death? This makes people curious and interested. After grabbing attention, you should introduce your topic clearly. Example: today, we're going to talk about how to structure a great speech. Give a preview of your main points. Example: I'll show you 3 simple techniques that will make any speech clear and memorable. Now that you've hooked your audience, let's move to the next part: the body of your speech. 3. How to organize the body of your speech. The body of your speech is where you explain your main points. But here's the mistake many people make. They include too much information, and the audience gets lost. They jump between ideas without clear organization. The solution? Use a clear structure. Here are 3 easy ways to organize your speech. A. The rule of 3 structure, best for most speeches. People remember things in groups of 3. Choose 3 main points and develop each one. Example: today, I'll share 3 secrets of great public speaking: confidence, structure, and engagement. Let's start with confidence. B. The problem-solution structure, best for persuasive speeches. Step 1. Describe a problem. Step 2. Explain the solution. Step 3. Show how the solution works. Example: many people struggle with stage fright, but the good news is you can overcome it with 3 simple techniques. C. The chronological structure, best for storytelling. Tell your speech like a story. Start with the past, move to the present, and end with the future. Example: 3 years ago, I was terrified of speaking in public. Then I discovered a system that changed everything. Today, I teach public speaking to thousands of students. Choosing the right structure makes your speech clear and easy to follow. 4. How to deliver a strong conclusion. The conclusion is your chance to leave a lasting impact on your audience, but many speakers rush through it or end weakly. A great conclusion should summarize your key points. End with a powerful closing statement. Here are 3 ways to end your speech powerfully. A. Call to action. Tell the audience what to do next. Example: the next time you speak in public, try using the rule of 3 structure. You'll be amazed at how much clearer your message becomes. B. A powerful quote. A great quote can inspire and motivate. Example: as Winston Churchill once said, "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." C. A thought-provoking question. Make people reflect. Example: now, I want you to ask yourself, what kind of speaker do I want to become? Your last words are what people remember most. So make them strong and meaningful. We're moving to another essential skill for public speaking: how to use body language to enhance your speech, how to make eye contact to connect with your audience, how to use gestures and movement effectively, because let's be honest, have you ever seen a speaker stand completely still and look nervous? Or someone who moves too much and distracts the audience? Or someone who never makes eye contact, making their speech feel impersonal? Your words matter, but your body language is just as important. In fact, studies show that more than 50% of communication is non-verbal. So today, we'll explore how to use body language to speak with confidence, engage your audience, and leave a lasting impression. If you're ready, let's begin. 1. Why body language matters in public speaking. Imagine 2 speakers. Speaker A stands stiff, avoids eye contact, and fidgets nervously. Speaker B stands confidently, makes eye contact, and gestures naturally. Who do you think seems more confident? Who do you want to listen to? Of course, Speaker B. That's because body language sends powerful messages. If you stand with confidence, people trust you. If you use natural gestures, people understand your message better. If you make eye contact, people feel connected to you. So, let's talk about how to master body language in public speaking. 2. How to stand with confidence. One of the biggest mistakes speakers make is bad posture. Slouching makes you look tired and unconfident. Crossing your arms makes you look defensive. Shifting your weight too much makes you look nervous. The solution? Use a confident stance. Stand tall with your shoulders back. Keep your feet shoulder-width apart for stability. Relax your arms at your sides. Don't keep them stiff. A strong stance makes you look and feel confident. 3. How to use eye contact effectively. Eye contact is one of the most powerful tools in public speaking. Why? It creates a connection with your audience. It makes you look engaging and trustworthy. It helps you gauge audience reactions. But many speakers struggle with eye contact. Some people look at their notes too much. Some people stare at the ceiling or floor. Some people only look at one person, making others feel ignored. Here's how to use eye contact correctly. Scan the room naturally. Move your eyes from one side of the audience to the other. Hold eye contact for 3 to 5 seconds per person, long enough to create a connection. Engage different sections of the audience: left, center, and right. If you're speaking to a large audience, focus on small groups instead of individuals. 4. How to use gestures effectively. Gestures can make your speech more dynamic and engaging, but too few or too many gestures can be distracting. Bad gesture habits to avoid. Keeping hands in pockets makes you look nervous. Holding hands together looks unnatural. Overusing gestures can be distracting. How to use gestures effectively. Use open hand gestures. makes you look more welcoming. Match gestures to your words. Example: if you say big idea, show a large space with your hands. Keep movements natural. Don't force them. 5. How to move on stage with purpose. Some speakers stand frozen in one spot. Others move too much, making them look nervous. The key is controlled movement. Move when transitioning between points. Example: step to a new position when introducing a new idea. Avoid pacing too much. Return to a neutral stance when making important points. We're going to focus on another key skill that makes a speech engaging and memorable. How to use your voice effectively. How to control your tone, volume, and pace. How to sound confident and keep your audience interested because, let's be honest, have you ever listened to someone speak in a flat, monotone voice and felt bored? Or heard a speaker talk too fast or too slow, making it hard to follow? Or struggled to understand someone because they spoke too softly? Your voice is one of your most powerful tools in public speaking. A strong, dynamic voice can make your speech engaging, persuasive, and unforgettable. So today, I'll show you how to use vocal variety to bring your words to life. If you're ready, let's begin. 1. Why your voice matters in public speaking. Imagine two speakers delivering the same speech. Speaker A speaks in a flat, monotone voice, with no variation in pitch or energy. Speaker B uses tone changes, pauses, and emphasis to bring the speech to life. Who do you think is more interesting to listen to? Of course, Speaker B. That's because how you say something is just as important as what you say. Your voice affects how confident you sound, how engaging your speech is, how well people remember your message. So, let's break down the key elements of vocal variety and how to master them. 2. How to control your tone for maximum impact. Tone is the emotion and energy in your voice. Common tone mistakes. Speaking too flat makes you sound boring or uninterested. Speaking too emotional can feel unprofessional in serious settings. Using the same tone throughout makes the speech less engaging. How to improve your tone. Match your tone to your message. If you're telling a serious story, use a lower, slower tone. If you're sharing an exciting idea, sound energetic and enthusiastic. Practice emphasizing key words. This makes your speech more dynamic. 3. How to use volume effectively. Your volume should match your setting and message. Common volume mistakes. Speaking too softly makes it hard to hear. Speaking too loudly the whole time can be overwhelming. Keeping the same volume makes your speech sound flat. How to improve your volume. Project your voice. Speak from your diaphragm, not your throat. Use volume contrast. Lower your voice for serious moments. Raise it for excitement. test your voice in the room before speaking. Make sure people in the back can hear you. 4. How to control your pace. For clarity, pace is how fast or slow you speak. Common pace mistakes. Speaking too fast makes it hard for people to follow. Speaking too slow makes people lose interest. Keeping the same pace throughout the speech. How to improve your pace. Speak slightly slower than normal conversation speed. This makes it easier to understand. Pause between key points. This gives the audience time to absorb your message. If you feel nervous and start speaking too fast, take a deep breath and slow down. How to use pauses to enhance your speech. Pauses are one of the most powerful tools in public speaking. A well-placed pause can emphasize an important point, let your audience absorb information, make you sound more confident. Common pause mistakes. Not pausing at all makes the speech feel rushed. Filling pauses with or makes you sound unsure. Pausing too long can make the audience uncomfortable. How to use pauses effectively. Pause after key points to let them sink in. Use short pauses, 1-2 seconds, between ideas. Use longer pauses, 3-4 seconds, before big statements to create suspense. 6. How to practice vocal variety now that you know how to control tone, volume, pace, and pauses. How do you practice? Record yourself speaking. Listen for monotone moments and adjust. Read a speech or story out loud. Practice changing your tone and pace. Watch great speakers, TED Talks, famous speeches, and observe their vocal techniques. We are going to focus on one of the biggest challenges for many speakers: how to overcome nervousness and stage fright. How to feel more confident before and during your speech. How to turn fear into energy and deliver a strong performance. Because let's be honest, have you ever felt your heart race before speaking in front of people? Or experienced shaky hands, sweaty palms, or a dry mouth? Have you ever forgotten your words or felt like you weren't making sense? You're not alone. Stage fright is completely normal. Even experienced speakers feel nervous before a big speech, but the difference is they know how to control their nerves and use them to their advantage. So today, I'll show you simple and practical techniques to overcome stage fright and speak with confidence. If you're ready, let's begin. 1. Why do we feel nervous when speaking in public? First, let's understand why stage fright happens. When you're about to speak in front of people, your brain thinks, "This is dangerous." This triggers the fight or flight response, which causes faster heartbeat, shaky hands, sweaty palms, dry mouth, forgetting what you want to say. This reaction is natural, but the good news is you can control it. Let's talk about how to reduce nervousness before your speech. One of the best ways to overcome stage fright is to prepare well before you step on stage. Here are 5 techniques to calm your nerves before you speak. 1. Practice, practice, Practice. The more you practice, the more confident you feel. Practice in front of a mirror or record yourself. Rehearse with a small group of friends or family. The more prepared you are, the less fear you will feel. 2. Visualize. Success. Close your eyes and imagine yourself speaking confidently. Picture the audience smiling and nodding as they listen to you. Visualization trains your brain to expect success. Top athletes use this technique, and so can you. 3. Take deep breaths. Deep breathing slows down your heart rate and reduces anxiety. Before you speak, take 3 deep breaths, inhaling slowly through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. This sends a signal to your brain. I am calm and in control. Use positive self-talk. Instead of thinking, what if I fail? Tell yourself, I am prepared and I will do well. Replace negative thoughts with confidence-boosting affirmations. Your mind believes what you tell it, so speak positively to yourself. 5. Warm up your voice. A shaky voice makes you sound nervous. Before your speech, do vocal exercises. Practice tongue twisters, or read aloud. Warming up your voice makes you sound clear and strong. 3. How to stay confident during your speech. Now that you know how to prepare, let's talk about how to control nervousness while speaking. 1. Start with a strong first sentence. The first few seconds are the hardest. Begin with a well-rehearsed opening. This builds momentum. Once you get past the first sentence, your nerves will start to disappear. 2. Focus on your message, not yourself. Nervous speakers think, what if I mess up? Confident speakers think, how can I help my audience? Shift your focus from yourself to delivering value to your audience. When you focus on helping others, your fear fades away. 3. Use pauses to stay in control. If you feel nervous, pause for a second. Take a breath and continue. Pauses make you sound more confident and give you time to think. Your audience won't even notice the pause, but they will notice your confidence. 4. Make eye contact to feel more connected. Look at friendly faces in the audience. This makes you feel like you're having a conversation, not performing on stage. Eye contact helps you build confidence and connect with your listeners. 5. Keep your body relaxed, stand tall, and breathe deeply. Move naturally. Don't freeze, but don't fidget too much. If your hands shake, hold something light like a pen or gesture with purpose. When your body is relaxed, your mind follows. 4. How to recover. If you make a mistake. Even the best speakers make mistakes. What matters is how you handle them. 1. If you forget a word, pause and breathe. Instead of saying, take a deep breath and continue smoothly. Most of the time, the audience won't even notice. 2. If you lose your place, use your notes. Have key points written down. You don't need a full script. If you get lost, glance at your notes quickly and keep going. 3. If you say the wrong thing, correct yourself and move on. Don't apologize or panic. Just say, "What I meant to say was," and continue. Your audience cares about your message, not small mistakes. 5. Turning nervous energy into confidence. Remember, a little nervousness is a good thing. It means you care about your speech. Even professional speakers feel nervous. It's normal. Instead of trying to eliminate nerves, learn to control and use them. We are going to focus on another crucial skill in public speaking: how to engage your audience and keep their attention. How to make your speech interactive and memorable. How to connect with your listeners on a deeper level. Because, let's be honest, have you ever listened to a speaker who talked too much without involving the audience? Have you ever zoned out during a long presentation or sat through a speech that felt boring and unrelatable? The best speakers don't just talk. They interact with their audience. So today, I'll show you powerful techniques to keep your audience engaged from start to finish. If you're ready, let's begin. 1. Why audience engagement matters. A great speech is not just about what you say. It's about how your audience feels. If your audience is engaged, they will listen more actively, remember your message, feel connected to you as a speaker. But if they are bored, they will stop paying attention, forget your key points, lose interest in your message. So, how can you capture and keep their attention? Let's break it down. 2. Start with a strong opening that hooks the audience. Your opening is the most important part of your speech. Why? Because people decide in the first few seconds if they want to listen or not. Common mistakes in openings: starting with a long introduction. Audiences lose interest fast. Apologizing or sounding unsure makes you look less confident. Using too much background information can feel slow and uninteresting. Better ways to start your speech: ask a question. Example: have you ever felt nervous before speaking in public? Tell a short, personal story. Example: I still remember my first time on stage. My hands were shaking, my voice was weak, and I wanted to disappear. Share a surprising fact. Example: did you know that the fear of public speaking is stronger than the fear of death for most people? Use a powerful quote. Example: Mark Twain once said, "There are two types of speakers: those who are nervous and those who are liars." A strong opening makes people curious and excited to hear more. 3. Use questions to keep your audience engaged. Asking questions is one of the best ways to involve your audience. Types of questions to use: rhetorical questions. These make people think. Example: what if I told you that public speaking is not about talent, but about technique? Show of hands questions. These create audience participation. Example: how many of you have ever given a speech before? Call and response questions. These encourage verbal interaction. Example: what's the most important part of a great speech? Pause for audience response. Using questions makes the audience feel like they are part of the conversation, not just listeners. 4. Use storytelling to make your speech memorable. People remember stories more than facts or statistics. Why? Because stories create emotion and connection. How to tell a great story in a speech. Make it personal. Talk about a real experience. Keep it short and clear. Don't tell long, complicated stories. Use emotions. Show how you felt during the experience. End with a lesson. What can the audience learn from your story? Common storytelling mistakes. Telling a story that is too long. Audiences lose interest. Not connecting the story to your message. Make sure the lesson is clear. Speaking without emotion. Use your voice and body language to bring the story to life. A well-told story can inspire, teach, and entertain at the same time. 5. Use humor to lighten the mood. Humor is a great way to relax your audience and make your speech enjoyable. How to use humor effectively. Keep it natural. Don't force jokes. Use humor that fits your personality. Make it relevant. Your jokes that should connect to your message. Laugh at yourself. Self-deprecating humor makes you more relatable. What to avoid. Offensive jokes. Stay away from humor that might upset people. Trying too hard to be funny. If it feels forced, it won't work. Even a simple, light-hearted comment can make your audience feel comfortable and engaged. 6. Use movement and gestures to keep energy high. A great speaker doesn't just stand still. They use the stage to bring energy to their speech. How to use movement effectively. Move with purpose. Walk to a different spot when making a key point. Avoid pacing too much. Don't move randomly, or it will distract your audience. Use gestures. Hand movements can emphasize important ideas. What to avoid. Standing too stiffly. This makes you look nervous. Overusing gestures. Too much movement can be distracting. Controlled movement keeps the audience visually engaged and makes your speech dynamic. 7. End with a strong conclusion that inspires action. Your conclusion is your last chance to leave an impact. Common mistakes in conclusions. Ending suddenly. Audiences need a clear, powerful ending, saying, "That's it," or "I guess I'm done." This makes your ending weak. Not summarizing key points. People need a reminder of what they learned. Better ways to end your speech. Repeat your main message. Reinforce what you want them to remember. Give a call to action. Tell your audience what they should do next. End with a memorable quote or statement. Leave them thinking. Example: if you remember only one thing from this speech, let it be this: great public speaking is not about being perfect. It's about connecting with your audience. So go out there, practice, and start speaking with confidence. A strong conclusion makes your speech powerful and unforgettable. we are going to focus on something just as important: how to structure your speech effectively, how to organize your ideas in a clear and logical way, how to make your speech flow naturally from start to finish. Because let's be honest, have you ever listened to a speech that was confusing or hard to follow? Have you ever given a speech and forgot what to say next? Or have you ever felt like your ideas were all over the place? The best speakers have a clear structure that makes their message easy to understand. So today, I'll show you the best ways to structure your speech for maximum impact. If you're ready, let's begin. 1. Why speech structure matters. Imagine you are watching a movie with no clear storyline. The scenes are out of order. The characters appear randomly. The ending doesn't make sense. Would you enjoy that movie? Probably not. A speech without structure feels the same way. It confuses the audience. But a well-organized speech keeps the audience engaged from beginning to end, makes your message easy to follow and remember, helps you speak with confidence because you know what's coming next. So, how do you structure a great speech? Let's break it down. 2. The basic structure of any speech. A strong speech has 3 main parts. Introduction. Capture attention and introduce your topic. Body. Present your main points clearly. Conclusion. End with a strong message and call to action. Think of your speech like a journey. The introduction is the departure. You tell the audience where you're going. The body is the journey itself. You explain your key ideas. The conclusion is the destination. You summarize and leave a lasting impression. Let's look at each part in detail. 3. How to create a powerful introduction. Your introduction sets the stage for your speech. Common mistakes in introductions. Starting with a weak statement. Example: today, I want to talk about public speaking. Giving too much background information. Example: before I begin, let me explain the history of public speaking. Not capturing the audience's attention right away. Better ways to start your speech. Ask a question. Have you ever felt nervous before speaking in public? Tell a short story. I still remember my first time on stage. My hands were shaking. My heart was racing. Share a surprising fact. Did you know that 75% of people fear public speaking more than death? Use a strong quote. Mark Twain once said, "There are 2 types of speakers, those who are nervous and those who are liars." After capturing attention, introduce your topic clearly. Example: today, I'm going to show you how to structure a great speech that keeps your audience engaged and helps you speak with confidence. A strong introduction makes people excited to hear more. 4. How to organize the body of your speech. The body is where you deliver your main message. Common mistakes in the body of a speech. Too many ideas. The audience gets overwhelmed. No clear order. The speech jumps randomly between points. No supporting examples. Ideas feel weak and unconvincing. Better ways to organize the body of your speech. use the rule of 3. People remember things best in 3s. Example: public speaking requires confidence, clarity, and connection. Use chronological order. Tell your points in the order they happened. Example: first, I was afraid of public speaking. Then I learned some techniques. Now I speak with confidence. Use problem-solution structure. First, explain a problem, then offer a solution. Example: many people fear public speaking, but with the right techniques, anyone can become a great speaker. Use comparison. Show the difference between 2 things. Example: before I learned to structure my speeches, I was always nervous. Now, I feel prepared and in control. A well-organized body keeps your audience engaged and helps them understand your message. 5. How to deliver a strong conclusion. Your conclusion is your last chance to make an impact. Common mistakes in conclusions. Ending suddenly. Well, that's it. Thanks. Not summarizing the key points. The audience forgets what they learned. Not giving a call to action. The audience doesn't know what to do next. Better ways to end your speech. Summarize your key points. Remind the audience of what they learned. Give a call to action. Tell them what they should do next. End with a powerful quote or statement. Leave them with something to remember. Example: conclusion. So today, we learned how to structure a speech effectively. We talked about the importance of a strong introduction, an organized body, and a memorable conclusion. The next time you give a speech, try using this structure and see the difference it makes. Remember, a well-structured speech is a powerful speech. A strong conclusion makes your speech unforgettable. 6. A simple speech structure template. If you want a simple way to structure your speech, try this format. Introduction. Start with a question, story, or surprising fact. Introduce your topic clearly. Give a short preview of what you will cover. Body. Goals. Main point number 1. Explain and give examples. Main point. 2. Explain and give examples. Main point. 3. Explain and give examples. Conclusion. Summarize your key points. Give a call to action. End with a strong final message. This simple format works for almost any speech and helps you stay organized and confident. We are going to focus on something just as important: how to use your voice to make your speech more powerful, how to control your tone, pitch, and speed to keep your audience engaged, how to avoid sounding boring or monotone when speaking. Because let's be honest, have you ever listened to someone speak in a dull, flat tone that made you feel sleepy? Or have you heard a speaker talk too fast and found it hard to follow? Or maybe you've spoken in public and realized your voice didn't sound confident. The best speakers don't just say words. They bring them to life with their voice. So, today, I'll show you how to use your voice effectively in public speaking. If you're ready, let's begin. 1. Why your voice matters in public speaking. Think about this. The words you say only make up 7% of communication. Your voice and tone make up 38%. Your body language makes up 55%. That means how you say something is more important than what you say. A strong, expressive voice can keep your audience engaged, make your speech more emotional and powerful, help people trust and believe in your message. Let's talk about how to use your voice effectively. 2. The key elements of a powerful voice. There are 5 main elements that make your voice sound engaging and confident. Volume. How loud or soft you speak. Pitch. How high or low your voice sounds. Speed. How fast or slow you speak. Pauses. The short silences you use for effect. Emphasis. Stressing important words. Let's look at each one in detail. 3. Volume. Speaking loud enough to be heard. Common mistakes. Speaking too softly. The audience can't hear you. Speaking too loudly. Sounds aggressive or unnatural. How to fix it. Adjust your volume to the size of the room. Speak louder for important points and softer for emotional parts. Practice by recording yourself and listening to how you sound. Example. If you say, "This is the most important part," but your voice is too soft, people won't notice. But if you increase your volume slightly, it grabs attention. This is the most important part. Varying your volume makes your speech more dynamic. 4. Pitch. Making your voice more expressive. Common mistakes. Speaking in a flat, monotone voice. Sounds boring. Speaking in a high-pitched voice. Sounds nervous. How to fix it. Lower your pitch slightly to sound more confident. Vary your pitch to add emotion and excitement. Practice reading a speech with different tones to find what works best. Example. If you say, "I am so excited to be here today," in a flat voice, it sounds like you don't care. But if you add a natural rise in pitch, it sounds engaging. "I am so excited to be here today." Using pitch changes makes your voice more interesting. 5. Speed. Controlling your speaking pace. Common mistakes. Speaking too fast. The audience can't keep up. Speaking too slow. People lose interest. How to fix it. Slow down for important points. Speed up slightly for excitement. Use a natural rhythm to sound more conversational. Example. If you say everything at the same speed, your speech feels robotic. But if you slow down for dramatic moments, it makes an impact. And then, everything changed. Pause. A well-paced speech keeps the audience engaged. 6. Pauses. The power of silence. Common mistakes. Speaking without pauses. No time to process ideas. Using too many pauses. Sounds unnatural. How to fix it? Pause after an important statement. Use a short pause before answering a question. Give your audience time to think. Example. If you say, "Public speaking is hard, but with practice you can master it." Without a pause, it feels rushed. But if you add a pause, it sounds more powerful. Public speaking is hard. Pause. But with practice, you can master it. Pauses make your speech more dramatic and engaging. 7. Emphasis. Highlighting key words, common mistakes. Speaking with the same tone for every word. Sounds boring. Not stressing important words. The message feels weak. How to fix it? Emphasize key words in your sentence. Use emotion to highlight the meaning. Change your tone slightly to add variety. Example. If you say, "You can do it if you work hard," in a flat voice, it feels unmotivating, but if you emphasize the right words, it becomes inspiring. You can do it if you work hard. Using emphasis makes your speech more persuasive. 8. How to improve your voice for public speaking practice. Reading aloud. Read books, articles, or speeches out loud. Record yourself. Listen to your voice and identify areas to improve. Try voice exercises, humming, deep breathing, and vocal warm-ups. Imitate great speakers. Watch TED Talks and analyze their voices. The more you practice, the better your voice will sound. We're going to focus on another critical aspect of great public speaking: how to use body language to enhance your message. How to make eye contact that builds connection. How to use gestures and movement naturally. Because let's be honest, have you ever seen a speaker stand completely still and look uncomfortable? Or have you watched someone move too much and seem distracting? Or maybe you've given a speech and didn't know what to do with your hands. The best public speakers don't just speak with their words, they speak with their entire body. So today, I'll show you how to use body language to look confident and keep your audience engaged. If you're ready, let's begin. 1. Why body language matters in public speaking. Studies show that 55% of communication is nonverbal. That means your body language speaks louder than your words. If your body language is weak, your speech won't feel convincing. Good body language can make you look confident and credible, help you connect with your audience, make your message more memorable. Let's talk about how to use body language effectively. 2. Eye contact, building connection with your audience. Common mistakes: looking at the floor or notes too much. Feels unconfident. Looking at only one person. Feels unnatural. Avoiding eye contact completely. Feels disconnected. How to fix it? Scan the room naturally. Look at different parts of the audience. Hold eye contact for 2 or 3 seconds per person. Then move to the next. Look at your audience, not just your slides or notes. Example: if you say, "I believe in you," but avoid eye contact, it feels weak. But if you look directly at the audience, it feels powerful. I believe in you. With eye contact. Eye contact builds trust and engagement. 3. Posture. Standing with confidence. Common mistakes. Slouching. Looks insecure. Standing too stiffly. Feels unnatural. Leaning on one side. Looks unbalanced. How to fix it. Stand tall, with your feet shoulder-width apart. Keep your back straight, but relaxed. Balance your weight evenly between both feet. Example: if you stand with poor posture, people won't see you as confident. But if you stand tall with an open posture, you instantly look strong. Good posture makes you appear credible and in control. 4. Gestures. Using your hands. Naturally common mistakes. Keeping hands in pockets. Looks closed off. Overusing gestures. Looks distracting. Not using gestures at all. Looks stiff. How to fix it. Use open hand gestures to emphasize key points. Keep your hands at waist level when not gesturing. Avoid crossing your arms or fidgeting. Example: if you say, "This idea is important," without any gestures, it feels weak. But if you open your hands slightly while saying it, it feels more convincing. This idea is important. With open hand gestures, gestures add power to your message. 5. Movement. Walking with purpose. Common mistakes. Standing in one spot the whole time. Feels static. Pacing too much. Looks nervous. Moving randomly. Feels distracting. How to fix it. Move when transitioning between ideas. Step forward slightly for an important point. Use the anchor technique. Move to one CD, pause, then move again. Example: if you walk constantly while speaking, it's distracting. But if you move purposefully, it keeps the audience engaged. Controlled movement A adds energy to your speech. 6. Facial expressions. Showing emotion. Common mistakes. Having a blank face. Feels robotic. Smiling too much. Can feel unnatural. Looking too serious all the time. Feels unapproachable. How to fix it. Match your expression to your message. Smile when appropriate, but not too much. Use natural facial reactions to emphasize emotions. Example: if you're telling a story about a big challenge, don't smile. Show determination. If you're saying something exciting, let your face show excitement. Facial expressions bring your words to life. 7. How to practice body language for public speaking. Practice in front of a mirror. Watch your posture, gestures, and expressions. Record yourself. Identify habits like fidgeting or stiff movements. Practice with a friend. Get feedback on your eye contact and gestures. Watch great speakers. Observe how TED speakers use body language. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Hello again, and welcome back to the Royal English Podcast. In the last episode, we talked about how to use body language effectively in public speaking. Eye contact, posture, gestures, movement, and facial expressions. But today, we are going to focus on something that holds many people back from speaking confidently: how to overcome stage fright and nervousness, how to feel calm and in control before speaking, how to turn nervous energy into confidence. Because let's be honest, have you ever felt your heart racing before speaking in public? Have you ever forgotten your words because of nervousness? Have you ever wanted to speak but felt too scared to try? The truth is, even great speakers feel nervous. The difference is, they know how to manage it. So today, I'll show you how to overcome stage fright and speak with confidence. If you're ready, let's begin. 1. Why do we feel nervous when speaking in public? Public speaking fear is natural. It's your brain trying to protect you. Your body releases adrenaline, which makes your heart race and your hands shake. Your brain focuses on danger, making you feel self-conscious. But here's the good news. Nervousness can be controlled. Adrenaline can be used as energy. Confidence is a skill you can develop. Let's talk about how to turn fear into confidence. 2. The mindset shift. See nervousness as excitement. Common mistake. Trying to eliminate nervousness completely. Better approach. Transform nervous energy into excitement. Your brain doesn't know the difference between nervousness and excitement. Instead of thinking, "I feel nervous," say to yourself, "I feel excited." This simple mindset shift helps you feel more positive and in control. 3. How to prepare and reduce. Anxiety. Common mistake. Waiting until the last minute to prepare. Better approach. Prepare in advance so you feel confident. Here's how. Know your material well. The more prepared you are, the less nervous you'll feel. Practice out loud. Speaking in front of a mirror or recording yourself helps. Use visualization. Imagine yourself speaking confidently. Practice deep breathing. Slow breaths. Calm your nervous system. Example. Before your speech, take a deep breath in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and exhale for 4 seconds. Repeat this 3 to 5 times to feel calmer. 4. How to stay calm on stage. Common mistake. Letting nerves take over. Better approach. Use small actions to stay in control. Here are simple tricks to feel calm. Pause before you start. Take a breath, smile, and look at the audience. Stand with confidence. Open posture makes you feel stronger. Speak slowly at first. It helps you feel more relaxed. Example: instead of rushing into your speech, take a deep breath, make eye contact, and begin with confidence. 5. What to do if you forget your words. Common mistake. Panicking when you forget something. Better approach. Stay calm and use strategies to recover. Here's what to do. Pause and take a breath. A short pause feels natural. Repeat your last sentence. It helps you get back on track. Look at your notes briefly. Don't apologize. Just continue. Example: if you forget what to say next, instead of saying, "Oh no, I forgot," say, "Let's take a moment to reflect on that idea." Then continue. 6. The power of practice. Common mistake: thinking confidence comes naturally. Better approach. Confidence comes from practice. Here's how to practice effectively. Speak in front of a mirror. Watch your posture and facial expressions. Record yourself. Listen to your voice and improve. Practice in front of friends. Get comfortable with an audience. Example: if you practice a speech 10 times, your confidence doubles. If you practice a speech 20 times, your confidence triples. The more you practice, the less nervous you feel. 7. The secret. Nobody notices your nerves. Common mistake: thinking the audience can see your nervousness. Reality: most people can't tell when you're nervous. What they see: a confident speaker, a strong message, a great presentation. What they don't see: your racing heart, your shaky hands, your inner doubts. Example: even professional speakers feel nervous. They just don't show it. Your audience focuses on your words, not your fears. Final thoughts for today. Today, we learned why stage fright happens and how to control it, how to turn nervousness into excitement, how preparation reduces anxiety, how to stay calm on stage and recover from mistakes, why confidence comes from practice. Nervousness is normal. Confidence is learned. If you prepare well and practice, you will become a great speaker. In the next episode, we'll talk about how to engage your audience and make your speech more interactive. Stay with me, and let's keep improving together. This is Anna, and you've been listening to the Royal English Podcast.